want to thank the Lord for another wonderful opportunity again today. And so I bring you a message from the Lord. Of course, I'll always bring you a message from the Lord. I don't have anything of my own. And so today, the message is titled, The Enemy Has Increased the Battle. The enemy has increased the battle. I read 1 Peter chapter 5, verse number 8. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse number 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. As a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And so, people of God, the Lord is saying that the enemy has increased the battle. And if the battle is increased, then it means that you and I and every child of God must do something different to be able to overcome the enemy. In other words, if the enemy has increased the battle, you must also increase your speed of fight. You must also increase the intensity of your strength in order to fight the battle that the enemy has increased. And now we know that it is not new. We have seen it. He said, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And so you see that the reason for which the enemy is doing all that he's doing is nothing other than to destroy, because he has a threefold agenda: to steal, to kill, and destroy. Destroy what? Kill what? Steal what? Your soul, my soul, our soul. Will you agree? I will not agree. And that is why, even though the enemy, the adversary, has increased the battle, we must also increase the intensity of our strength in order to fight the enemy and to save our souls. Thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord. The battle has been intensified. The battle has been intensified. Therefore, be ready at all times. People of God, God is saying that the enemy has intensified the battle. Therefore, we should be ready at all times. He said, the battle has been intensified. The battle has been intensified. The battle has been intensified. It has been intensified at a higher degree. The battle has been intensified. The battle has been intensified to the highest degree, because the time is over. Have you seen now? This is the reason for which the enemy, Satan, the devil, has intensified the battle to the highest degree. The Lord said it is because the time is over. The battle has been intensified. This is the last lap of the battle. Have you seen? God is telling us that this is the last lap of the battle. And that is why you and I, we must gather every strength in us in order to fight this battle. Why? Because it is the last lap of the battle. People of God, hear what God is saying. It is the last lap of the battle. That's why the enemy has intensified the battle. That's why the enemy has intensified the battle to the highest degree. Because the time is over. Brother, don't miss out. Sister, don't miss out. People of God, don't miss out. If you miss the rapture, God is saying the punishment that will be on them will be unbearable. If you miss the rapture, the Lord is saying you will cry had I known all through eternity. And that is why we must brace up to fight this battle and to fight the enemy. You know what it means? When he says, I'll fight you to a standstill, it means you will gather all the strength in you to fight. And that is the time we are in now. The Lord is saying because the time is over. The enemy has intensified the battle because it is the last lap of the battle. He said, and yet, God said, and yet, many are sleeping. Are you part of the people that are sleeping? Why will you be sleeping in the midst of battle? Brother, wake up. Sister, wake up. People of God, wake up. God said, and yet, many are sleeping. The battle has been intensified. Wake up. Wake up the giants. The battle has been intensified. and yet many are sleeping. And yet many are sleeping. While the battle has been arrayed, while the battle has been arrayed, many are sleeping. While the battle for their souls, the battle of their souls, the battle of supremacy, the battle of who is who, the battle of their souls is being intensified by the enemy. Yet many are not aware. Are you part of the people that are not aware? That's why the message is coming to you. God is giving us the revelation we know so that we know every step and every move of the enemy so that we can be able to start to counter and to stand to fight. The Lord said, and many are not aware. Yet many are careless in their living. Many are careless in their lives. The battle has been intensified. The battle has been arrayed. It has been intensified. The battle of their souls. The last battle for their souls. The last battle for their souls. The battle. Hey, the battle of their souls. The last battle of their souls. The battle has been intensified to the higher degree. And yet many are sleeping. Many are sleeping. While the battle of their soul has been intensified, the enemy is looking for many souls to be destroyed. The enemy is looking for many souls to be destroyed. Many. He said, many, wake up. The Lord said, wake up. Many sleeping giants. Why will you be a giant in the Lord and you are sleeping? The Lord said, wake up. Wake up. He said, wake up and fight the battle. God said, wake up and fight the battle of your soul. He said, many souls are being wasted every day. Many souls are being wasted every day. He said, many souls. He said, many souls. See many souls. See many souls that are being wasted every day. See many souls that are being wasted every day. Where are my soldiers? The Lord is asking, where are my soldiers? Are you a soldier of the Lord? We sing songs and we march, especially the youth wing of the church. And then I'm a soldier, and yet the Lord is asking, where are my soldiers? When the souls of my children are being destroyed, how can you say you are a soldier of God? You are soldiers of Christ, and the souls of the people of God are being destroyed, being wasted every day, and you are there. Wake up and stop sleeping. Wake up. He said, many souls. He said, many souls are being wasted every day. He said, I've been wasted every time. Many souls are being wasted every hour. God said, many souls are being wasted every minute. Many souls are being wasted every second. Many souls are being wasted every day. Many souls troop to hell every day. Troop into hell every day. The souls that I paid with my blood. The souls that I paid with my blood. The souls that I paid with my blood. Many souls trooping every day to hell. Many souls. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 20 tells us the Lord paid the price for our souls. And that's why the Lord is lamenting. He's crying and saying, where are my soldiers? He said, many of my children are doing nothing. He said, many of my children are doing nothing about it. They are doing nothing about it. They are doing nothing about it. He said, many of them, many souls are being wasted every day. Many souls are being wasted every hour. Many souls are being wasted every second. Many souls are being wasted. Many souls are trooping to hell. Many souls are being wasted every day. He said, many souls are being wasted every day. He said, see how careless souls are being wasted. See how careless souls are being wasted. See how many souls are being wounded. See how many souls are being wounded every day. See how many souls that are being destroyed every day. He said, many souls are being wounded. Many souls are being destroyed. Many souls are tripping to hell. Many souls. When I say many souls are being wounded, you don't understand. He said, when I say many souls are being wounded, you don't understand. When I say many souls are being destroyed, still you don't understand. Many many souls that have been destroyed, many souls that have been wounded. I am talking about the shepherd. The shepherd. God said, He said, you need to understand. While I say many souls have been wounded, many souls have been destroyed, He said, I am talking about the shepherd. Who is the shepherd? He will explain. The pastor. The pastors. The pastors. He said, I'm talking about the shepherd. People that are supposed to be the shepherd of the sheep are the ones that are destroying and causing the wounds to the souls. They're supposed to be the shepherd, but they are the ones causing the pains. They are the ones causing the wounds. They are the ones destroying the souls. Because many, I say many have deviated. Many have deviated from the reason why I called them. Many have deviated from the reason, from the purpose which I called them. He said, many have deviated, and instead of them to take care of the sheep, instead of them to take care of the sheep, instead of them to take care, instead of them to keep the sheep, instead of them to nurture the sheep, instead of them to prepare the sheep, instead of them to prepare the sheep, they are the ones causing the sheep to be wounded. They are the ones causing the sheep to be scattered. They are the ones causing the sheep to be wounded. Oh, he said they are the ones causing the wounds on the sheep. He said they are the ones. They are the ones. They are the ones that are making the sheep to go where they will be vulnerable, to go where they will be destroyed. They are the ones making the sheep to go where they will be destroyed. So I'm talking about those that are supposed to take care of the sheep. Those that are supposed to take care of the sheep are the ones causing the sheep to scatter. Are the ones causing the sheep to scatter them all. Are the ones causing the pain. Are the ones destroying the sheep. He said, oh, see how many have been destroyed every day. See how many have been destroyed every day because they refuse to give them the right word. They refuse to give them the right word. They refuse to tell them the truth. If they have told them the truth, they will know the truth indeed. If they have told them the truth, they will not scatter. If they have told them the truth, they will remain. If they have told them the truth, they will change. John chapter 8 verse 32 says, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. That's what the Lord said. If they have told them the truth, they will not believe the lie. They refuse to tell them the truth, and instead telling them lies. Telling them lies. They were trimmed up with lies, and they continue in lies when the truth is standing before them. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 11 say, because they refuse the truth, they now believe the lies to their own destruction. And that's what the Lord is saying. Because they have been trimmed up with lies, built up in lies, and continue in lies when the truth is standing before them. He said, and when the truth is being told to them, and when the truth is being presented before them, they will reject the truth and believe a lie because they have been built up in lies. They continue in lies and heading to their destruction. And heading to their destruction. He said, oh, how it pains me. The Lord said, oh, how it pains me. Oh, how I wish. Oh, how I wish I have people that would tell my sheep the truth. How I wish I have people that would tell my children the truth. How I wish I have people that will not perish, that will tell my people the truth, that they will not perish. The Lord said, the way they are perishing now. He said, I wish I have people that will tell my children the truth. He said, if I told them the truth, they will not perish the way they are perishing now. But because they have been told, because They have been nurtured because they have been built up, because they have been living in lies. They have been told lies, built up in lies, nurtured in lies. Ha! He said, now, they don't know when truth is being presented to them. Say, oh, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. Oh, how my people are being destroyed for lack of knowledge. For lack of knowledge. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 tells us, my people have been destroyed. The people of God have been destroyed for lack of knowledge. Brother, get knowledge. Sister, get knowledge. People of God, get knowledge so that you will not be destroyed. He said, being destroyed for lack of knowledge. He said, but my word is there as an evidence. God said, but my word is there as an evidence. My word is there as an evidence. But my word is there as the truth. Truth standing before them. Yet, they choose to believe lies instead of the truth. They choose to believe lies instead of the truth. Truth standing before them instead of them to receive the right treatment for their wounded souls. Yet, they are causing the wounds, the more. And thereafter, they end up in destruction. Many have been wounded. Many have been wounded, looking for an in. Many have been wounded, looking for an in. You know an in? I-N-N. God said, many have been wounded, looking for an in. I-N-N. What's an inn? An inn is a place of lodging and entertainment. A place of lodging and entertainment. That's an inn. That's an inn. Now, a wounded person, you remember in Luke chapter 10, verse 34, the Good Samaritan. You remember, the Lord himself he said, they are looking for an inn. He said, you know the story. You know the story of the Samaritan. Many have been wounded, looking for an inn to be taken care of. Looking for an inn to be taken care of. Looking for an inn to be taken care of. Many have been wounded, looking for right treatment. So the treatment that the wounded soul needs is an inn. That is why in the story of the Good Samaritan, the Lord took the wounded man, the wounded soul, to an inn, not to the hospital. God did not call the church a kind of hospital. No. God calls the church a kind of an inn where any soul and every soul that is wounded coming to the church will receive the right treatment for his or her wounded soul and will be healed. That is what God calls the church. But what do we see today? Because of the greediness of the people that are supposed to be the shepherd of the sheep, because of the ignorance, because of the lack of knowledge, because of the greed for materialism, because of the greed for the things of the world, the people that are supposed to take care of the sheep, the shepherd, the pastor, have deviated from the original call and are giving themselves to the things of the world. And that's why you see they want to answer big names. They want to drive big cars. They want athletes. They want to sit in big seats. Yeah, the Pharisees of our time, the Sadducees of our time. See them everywhere. They want to be called rabbi. They want to be greeted rabbi. They want to sit in big places, in the synagogue, and wherever you have, in the churches. They want people to say, daddy, my daddy, my daddy. That's what they want. And that's why they're not caring for the sheep. No human sympathy in them any longer. They don't have feelings for the soul. And that's why the souls are dying. That's why the souls are being destroyed every day. And that's why the Lord himself is, where are my soldiers? Are you a soldier of the Lord? The Lord has sent me to wake you up as a giant so that you will not end up in destruction. The Lord is saying, where are my soldiers? Wake up the sleeping giant. I have come, people of God, to wake up the sleeping giant, to wake up the giant in you, and to tell you it's time home going time. The enemy has intensified the battle. We need to stand and gather the strength and all the strength enough to fight the enemy, to stand still, to say, I must enter into the rest. I must enter into the rest. I don't know about you. And that's why I have come with this message of the Lord, to wake you up as a sleeping giant, to gather up, get up your strength, get up your strength. It is time to fight the enemy to a standstill. I must enter. Brother, you must enter. Sister, you must enter. People of God, we must make up our mind to enter the rest. This is the last opportunity we have. This is the last opportunity we have to enter the rest. Since 2020, I kept on warning. I told you that the rapture is 2023. Even as people keep on doubting, are you not seeing all the events? Next time I bring you a message again where the Lord has come to put it clearly. And that's why I'm bringing you the message that every week, because the time is no more. So I have to get yourself ready and prepared for homegoing. For homegoing. The Lord said, He said, also I've been wounded. He said, you know the story. You know the story of the Samaritan? Many have been wounded, looking for an inn to be taken care of. Many have been wounded, looking for the right treatment to be healed. The right treatment to be healed. If someone is sick, now the Lord is talking. If someone is sick, if a sick person is brought to you now, and you don't have the right medication, and you will not direct the person to the right place where he or she can get the right medication, what do you do? What do you expect? What do you expect? How do you think that such a person will survive? How do you think that such a person will survive? He said, I am bringing it to your knowledge now for your understanding. For your understanding. If someone is sick and is brought before you for treatment, the sickness will be cured if the right treatment is given the person. If the right treatment is given, the person will be changed. If the right medication is given. But when the right medication is not given, you will only be managing the sick. How can you manage sickness? How can you manage sickness? A wounded man, look at the story of the Good Samaritan, wounded and left half dead. And that is the condition of many souls that come to the church. Many souls that come to the church, that is their condition. But what do we see? What do we see? The Lord is saying, when you give the wounded soul wrong medication, what do you expect? What do you expect? Feeding them wrong treatment, what do you expect? How will the soul survive? How will the soul survive? The Lord is asking, how will the soul survive? He said, if the right treatment is given the person will change. That is to say, give the person the right food. Give the person the right treatment. Give the person the right treatment. Give the person the right word of God. And the person will change. While we're having difficulties, having people, having more and more church members, but less of kingdom citizens. More of church members. More of church members. Less of kingdom citizens. Less of kingdom citizens. Why? Because there are a group of church members that are not kingdom citizens. They don't bother about the kingdom principle. They don't bother about the kingdom principles. So they are not interested in the kingdom principles. They are interested in the church. And that is why church members are not kingdom members. Church members see a large auditorium filled up with church people, but they are church members, no kingdom member. No kingdom. How will you build a people? How will you gather sheep as a shepherd that are for destruction? What kind of a shepherd are you? What kind of a shepherd are you? The Lord said, you give the right treatment, the sheep will change. The person will change. He said, if the right medication is given, he said, but when the right medication is not given, he said, you will only be managing, but at the end, it will not work. It will not work. Take, for instance, you are supposed to treat malaria, because we know malaria comes with other forms of headache, fever, what have you. And instead of treating malaria, you are treating headache, you are treating fever. You know you'll be managing, and you know at the end it will not work. You know it. You know it. We all know it. And that's exactly what the Lord is saying, because He uses what we understand to bring us to what He is saying. He may use the things of the physical to bring us to the knowledge of the things of the spirit. And that's what the Lord is saying. He said you will only be managing. How can you manage sickness? So at the end it will not work. But one is given to you. But when one is given to you and is given to you for treatment, and you are not giving the right treatment, you are not giving the right medication, and you think what you are giving is the right medication, he said the result will definitely show at the end. The result will definitely show at the end. And sometimes you don't always have remedy anymore. Now, when somebody comes and you are managing the sickness without giving the right medication. That's what the Lord is saying. At the end, the result will show. And at the end, sometimes there's always no remedy. Before you know, the person dies. Because all along it has been the wrong medication. And at the end, there's no remedy. The person sometimes dies. That's what the Lord is saying. He said, many of the shepherds are giving wrong treatment, treating my children with wrong medication. Many that have been wounded, that come to receive the treatment, they are giving them wrong medication. They choose to give them what they want, but not what they so want. They choose to give them what they want, not what their souls want. They choose to give them what they feel, but not what I feel for them. They choose to feed them with what they want, but not how I want it. And that is why many souls are being destroyed today. That is why many souls perish today, because of lack of knowledge. Because of lack of knowledge for both sides. Lack of knowledge for both sides. See now, the Lord is not just blaming the shepherd, the pastor only, but you as a member also. Why? Because the same way the pastor needs knowledge, the shepherd needs, you also as a shepherd, you need knowledge. You need knowledge. Also, because if you have knowledge that is supposed to save you, and the shepherd is giving you medication, you will live because you have knowledge. He said, lack of knowledge for both sides. He said, my word is there as an evidence. That is why I said, call unto me. Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3 says so. He said, call unto me and I will answer. He said, the word is there as an evidence. If you know you are receiving the wrong treatment, if you know you are receiving the wrong treatment, listen now. The Lord said, if you know you are receiving the wrong treatment, He said, you have the right to say, stop. When you know that you are receiving the wrong treatment, the Lord said, you have the right. That's when you know. You have the right to say, stop this treatment. This is not what I need. This is not the cure. This is not the right medication for my sickness. God said, you have the right to say, stop. He said, you have the right to change. Here now. He said, you have the right to stop. You have the right to change and get the right treatment for your health. You have the right to stop. You have the right to change and get the right treatment for your health. But if you continue there, even when you know that you are receiving the wrong treatment, if anything happens to you, you hold no one responsible. I am speaking in parables. Now the Lord is saying, what is He saying? That when you know, that's having knowledge now, you know that you have malaria, and the treatment that's been given to you is that of headache and fever. He said, when you know, that's having knowledge. That's why the Lord is saying, knowledge on both sides. You as a shepherd, you have knowledge. You as a sheep, you have knowledge. Now the sheep has knowledge, and the knowledge that the sheep has knows that this treatment is not for the medication is not right for my health. He said the sheep has the right to say, stop this treatment, and that the sheep has the right to change and go to where he or she will get the right treatment. What do we see today? That's witchcraft. Witchcraft in the church. When you just come to a church, you know that this church is not taking you to heaven, and yet you are there. And you see the pastor, the shepherd, satanic pastors, say, if you leave, I curse you. You are a satanic sheep, a satanic shepherd. See them caging the people. You stay there. You stay for what? You just stay there for the pleasure of that place. You know it that where you are cannot take you to heaven. And the principle, what is there is not the principle of the kingdom as to usher you into the, yet you are there. You know what God said? He said, when anything should happen to you, you hold no one responsible. So you blame yourself. And that's exactly what's about to happen now. Look at it. The rapture is about to take place. The rapture is about to take place. And exactly how Noah was warning the generation of the generation of Noah before God is the same way I have been warning. And now we are the closing hours of the warning. Yet you are there. Your church don't know. Your pastor don't know. See, all of them, they don't know. And yet they are not allowing you to listen. They are not allowed to hear what God is saying. They are not allowed to pay attention to kingdom principles so that you'll be saved. That's how God is saying. When anything happens to you, you hold no one responsible. When you find yourself inside hell, you hold no one responsible. When you find yourself missing the rapture, you hold no one responsible. But a word, they say, is enough for the wise. The word is enough for the wise. And that because the Lord was talking, and he needed me to understand. He said, I am speaking in parables. Now he wants to go to the explanation. He said, I am speaking in parables. Mashantori kakata, ratuma hundazata, papalukuta pikata, people of God, mashatori kata. The Lord is showing us mercy for the last time. The Lord is showing us mercy for the last time. The Lord is giving us mercy for the last time because he doesn't want us to be destroyed. And that's why he's saying, explaining, I am speaking in parables. Say, I'm speaking in parables. Unless, he said, I am speaking in parables. Unless you have the spiritual understanding, you may not decode what I am saying. Unless you have the understanding, unless I give you the understanding, you will not know what I am saying. I am talking about the shepherd. I am talking about the shepherd. I am talking about the pastors. I am talking about the pastors. I'm talking about the word they feed the congregation. The word they feed the congregation. I am talking about the things they give to them. The word they give to them. They are feeding them chaff. God said they are feeding them chaff, and yet you are there. God said they are feeding them chaff. The pastors are feeding the congregation chaff. Why is he saying they are feeding them chaff? Because they are not telling them about the kingdom principle. They are not telling them how to enter the kingdom. They are not telling them how to be children of the kingdom. They are not telling them how to enter the rest. They are not telling them how to find the kingdom. They are not telling them how to find the master. They are not leading them to the master. They are not showing them the way to the master, who says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. The church is feeding the congregation chaff, and you are still there. You want to be destroyed. And that's why this message is coming now. So that you come out of that. So that you come out. Because we are asked, is there last minute grace? Brother, now it is last minute grace. Sister, now it is last minute grace. The last message I gave you, I said, God said he was not going to give anybody the day and the hour. But he came down to me. He came down and said that he has told me to always ask. And I should not assume, I should not conclude. And that's the message I'm going to give you. You will hear what God is saying. So that you know that we know already that the time, the hour, the day will be given to us. Yes, He has told us already what we should do. And that's why I'm bringing the message to continuously now, because we are at the end. So that you get yourself prepared. Because the end is already here. The end is already here. The Lord is saying, He said, you have the right. When you know the church you are in, that's what we are saying. It's not an inn. The Lord took that wounded man to an inn. An inn, check the word inn. It's a place of comfort, a place of lodging, a place of entertainment, to make the soul feel all right, to make the person come right. That's how the Lord intended the church to be. That is the purpose of the church. Go back to Acts chapter 2. You will see how the apostles were together, how they came. The first church, you will see it. The Bible said they continued in one accord, in breaking of bread and in fellowship. They moved from house to house. What were they doing? They were breaking bread and having fellowship. Those of them that have land, those of them that have properties, they had to sell them and share it among those that don't have, so that no one will be in need, no one will be lacking. What do we see in the church today? The pastor collects all the tithes. The pastor collects all the offering. The pastor is looking at how much income the church is making. Less concerned about the soul. And that's why the Lord is asking, where are my soldiers? Shakapulikata. Where are my soldiers? Are you a soldier of the Lord? Are you a sleeping giant? I have come to wake you up to say the time is no more. Wake up! It is homegoing time. Wake up! It is homegoing time. The Lord said, He said, they are feeding them chaff. He said, many are feeding them poison. Poison destroy. Poison kills. Then why are you there? You know why you are there? Because you lack knowledge. That's why the Lord said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. If you have the knowledge, you will not remain where you are being fed poison and you are still there. The Lord said, many are feeding them poison, and many of them don't know. Many of them don't know. They continue. Many of them have been blinded. Go to Matthew chapter 15, verse 14. See, when they blind, least they blind, both of them will fall into the dish. That is why your pastor don't know. You yourself, you don't know. Your pastor is blind. You yourself, you are blind. And so both of you are carrying yourself. Where are you heading to? Inside the dish, you will fall. The dish of hell. But you have opportunity to run away now. You have the opportunity to escape now. And that's why the Lord is saying, get wisdom. Get understanding. He said, they continue. Many of them have been blinded. Many of them have refused to hear. Are you part of the people that refuse to hear? If not your GO, if not your pastor, you don't listen to another person. You just don't believe that God can use any other person apart from your pastor. Then you have been deluded. You have been deluded. You have been deceived. You are heading straight to destruction. God is not obligated to your GO. God is not obligated to your pastor. God is not obligated to any man. God chooses who he wants to choose to fulfill his purpose at any point in time without any question from anybody. That is God for you. All you need to do as a sheep, all we need to do at any point that God is using anybody, oh Lord, help me. Give me the grace to follow. Give me the grace to follow. Because the same man you are following, the pastor that you have, and you yourself, at the day of judgment, he will stand on his own, you will stand on your own. The reward is on an individual basis. Be wise. Be wise. He said, many, they have been fooled. Are you part of those that are fooled? You have been fooled. If not your church, if not your pastor, know that you have been fooled. You have been deluded. Come out of that foolishness and change and turn to the Lord. The time is no more. The time is no more. He said, many have been fooled. Many of them have been fooled. Many of them that have been disguised. Many of them that have disguised themselves as agents of light and have captured many souls. Have captured many souls. He said they have captured many souls under their domain. They have captured many souls under their domain. Many of them are agents of darkness. Many of them are agents of darkness and pretending to be agents of light. But very soon, the difference will be clear. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, 13 to 15 tells us, it's nothing new, that if the devil himself has transformed himself as an angel of light, it is not marvelous, it is not surprising that his ministers too have transformed themselves as angels of light. So it is not new. And that's what the Lord is saying. Say very soon the difference will be clear. Very soon. He said, when the time of demarcation shall come, when the time of separation shall come, he said, you shall know the truth when the time shall come. The time of separation, you will know. You say you will know. When the time of separation, Matthew chapter 25, verses 31 to 32 tells us about the separation time. He said, when the time of separation, he said, the time of separation, you will know. You will now know. You will now know which one is chaff and which one is real. He said, you will not know. The Lord said, you will not know. And it is very difficult for you to know which one is genuine and which one is not genuine. He said, that is why when I was talking about the parable of the sower, and when the tares is being sown among the wheat, Matthew chapter 13, verses 24 to 30. He said, when the tares are being sown among the wheat, he said, the sower then said, I want to go and harvest and separate. I said, no, there is time for everything. For when you go to remove it now, you may end up removing the original because they are the same. Because they are the same, you cannot differentiate them. But leave it till the end of time. But leave it till the end of time. Leave it till the harvest time. When the harvest time comes, the difference will be separated. When the harvest time comes, the chaff will be separated from the original. When the harvest time comes, all will be clear. Many that are seen today, many that you are seeing today, he said, many that you are seeing today, they are tares. They are tares. They are tares. Many that you are seeing today are agents of darkness. Many that you are seeing today are agents of darkness, portraying, pretending, deceiving, and being deceived, pretending to be the agents of light, and they are deceiving many. And they are deceiving many. But time is coming very soon, and is fast approaching, and is so approaching, talking about the time of separation, whereby you will know, whereby you know which one is genuine among the chaff when the time of harvest comes. The difference shall be known. The difference shall be known when the time of harvest shall come. As I said in my word, then the wheat shall be separated, and the tares shall be separated, and the one that is remaining, all will be reserved for consuming, will be reserved, will be burnt up by fire. That is where you will know the difference. For you to know the difference now is very hard. It's very hard. I, the Lord, I know my own. I, the Lord, I know them all. And that is why I said in my word, he that is righteous, be righteous still. And he that is unholy, be unholy still. For a day cometh, everyone will be rewarded according to your work shall be. Everyone will be rewarded. Everyone will receive his or her own reward. His or her own reward. That's Revelation chapter 22, verses 11 and 12. Everything that one is doing here on earth, there is a reward. There is a reward for the faithfulness, and also the reward for unfaithfulness. While those will receive the reward of sorrow, some will receive the reward of joy. The time will soon be over, and very soon, the time will soon be over, and very soon. That battle has been arrayed. That battle has been arrayed. It has been intensified. The enemy of your soul is battling day and night to make sure your soul is being destroyed. And some of you are sleeping. Can a soldier sleep at the war front of the battle? No. Say, can a soldier sleep at the war front of the battle? No. Wake up. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 4 tells us we are soldiers. No man that warreth entangled himself with the affairs of this world. There will be a soldier to him that has called him. That's the Lord saying, wake up. The battle has been arrayed. See, the battle has been arrayed left and right. Because the battle has been arrayed left and right, front and back. He said, if I open your eyes to see how much the battle has been intensified, you will not sleep again. If I open your eyes to see how much the degree of which the battle has reached, then you will wake up by force. Then you wake up by force. Stop sleeping. He said, you wake up by force. Stop sleeping. You are in the battlefront. You are in the battlefront. Stop sleeping. The arrow is everywhere. Stop sleeping. When you're supposed to be fighting, you have been trained to fight and not to sleep. People of God, you have been trained. Trained in the word of God. Yes, the Lord himself has trained us. Yes. And so everyone that was willing, the Lord too trains the person for the kingdom. That's what the Lord is saying. You have been trained. And as a child of God, as a soldier of Christ, you have been trained. You cannot be a soldier without being trained. No. If you have not been trained by the word of God, then you are not a soldier. But if you have been trained by the word of God, then you are a soldier. He said, what is more? What is more important to you now is to protect. What is more important to you now is to fight for your soul. What is more important to you now is your soul. That is what is more important now. And that is what many people don't know. The battle has been arrayed in a different dimension. The battle has been arrayed in different dimension. How foolish my people are. The battle has been arrayed. Look at 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 2. They arrayed the battles, the Israelites and the Philistines, in array. God said the battle has been arrayed. Stop sleeping, brother. Stop sleeping, sister. The Lord said the battle has been arrayed in a different dimension. He said the battle has been arrayed, all targeting at your soul. He said all that the battle has been arrayed for is targeting at your soul. He said you don't know what I am saying. You don't know what I'm saying. The battle has been arrayed in different dimensions. All aiming at your soul for destruction. All that you are seeing, all that you are hearing, all that you are experiencing, all the things that is happening is nothing but battle against your soul. And many are not wise. Many do not understand. Many are ignorant of what is happening. Many are ignorant of what is happening. Only those that are ready, only those that are prepared, only those that are vigilant will understand the strategy that the enemy is using now to destroy many souls. Only those that are vigilant, only those that are wise, and asking for the opening of the eyes to see. Many will be among the casualties because many are missing the strategy. Many are missing the strategy that they're supposed to use to overcome. Many are missing the strategies that they are using to overcome. The strategy is not physical strategy, but spiritual strategy. When you use the physical strategy, you will fail. You will fail. When you use a physical strategy, you will fail. Many are using physical strategy to overcome the battle of the spirit. No, it does not work. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. You cannot use the physical strategy to fight the battle of the spirit. No. God said you need one, spiritual intelligence. Brother, you need spiritual intelligence. Sister, you need spiritual intelligence. People of God said we need spiritual intelligence. He said you need spiritual intelligence to understand the things of the spirit. I said you need spiritual intelligence. Spiritual intelligence. And what do I mean? How do I mean by spiritual intelligence? By spiritual intelligence, in the physical battle, you need intelligence to know when the enemy is coming. You need intelligence to know the strategy that the enemy is using. You need an intelligence to receive the signal. If you are not intelligent as a warrior, you will become a victim. The enemy will attack you unaware. But when you have intelligence, have you seen now? He said, but when you have intelligence, you will not be vulnerable. When you have intelligence, before the enemy will come, before the enemy will attack, then you have already seen and you will be ready. You need spiritual intelligence for you to overcome. It is spiritual intelligence. And you cannot see and you cannot see it anywhere. You cannot see spiritual intelligence anywhere. God said, you cannot see spiritual intelligence anywhere except from me. I am the one that gives spiritual intelligence. Spiritual intelligence is seen, is shown, is coded in my word. Spiritual intelligence is my word. What you will use to overcome the battle that has been arrayed, the battle that has been intensified, is nothing but spiritual intelligence. Spiritual intelligence to decode all the strategies the enemy is using at this time. There are so many strategies that the enemy is using, and many are mistaking it to different things. The devil is using different strategies to fight. Many are missing it because they are not using spiritual intelligence. Instead, they are using physical intelligence. All that you are seeing, all the problems you are feeling, all that you are encountering is nothing but the strategies the enemy is using to catch more souls. But when you have spiritual intelligence, you will understand better. When you have spiritual intelligence, you will understand better. You will understand better. And you cannot get spiritual intelligence anywhere. No. Man has no spiritual intelligence. No man has spiritual intelligence apart from me. I, the Lord Almighty, I am the one that gives the wisdom, I give it the knowledge. I give it the understanding. That is spiritual intelligence. Proverbs chapter 2 verse 6. The Lord giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth proceeded knowledge and understanding. That's the spiritual intelligence. He said, and the understanding in my word. You find spiritual intelligence in my word. Why do people have intelligence? See, why do people have intelligence among them? So that when the enemy want to attack, they will quickly know. But when your intelligence failed, like the case of Israel now, their intelligence failed, and Hamas capitalized on that opportunity and attacked them and captured some of them. That is where you see the failure of intelligence. But the spiritual intelligence does not fail. The intelligence that comes from God does not fail. Can you see? Israel is about the most intelligent, have the highest intelligence in the whole world. Yet it failed. There. But that of God never fails. And that's why we say, Jesus never fails. Jesus never fails. Jesus, the Lord, never fails. He never fails. He said, the enemy will capture you without you knowing. That is what is happening now. I am telling you the battle that is going on now. Many are being captured. Many are being captured without them knowing it. In the battle of the spirit, the Lord said the enemy has captured many, and they don't even know that they have been captured by the enemy. Watch. Be wise. Be wise. He said, without them knowing it, because they don't have spiritual intelligence. They don't have spiritual intelligence. He said, they don't have. Instead of them to come to me. For I said, call unto me, and I will answer you and show you great and mighty things that thou knowest not. That's the same Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3. He said, that thou knowest not. He said, instead, hear my word, call unto me, and I will answer you. And I will answer you, then show you great and mighty things that thou knowest not. Spiritual intelligence. No man knows it. No man knows it. It is a height. It is a height that no man can attain. He said, no man has it, and no man can give it to you. No man can give it to you. When I say call unto me, as many that call unto me, as many that want to know, as many that want to receive, until when you call, not just call from your heart, when you call with all your heart, not when you call with a divided heart. For I said, a double-minded person is unstable in all his ways, and he cannot receive anything from me. James chapter 1, verses 7 to 9 says so. When you call with all your heart, then I, the Lord, will answer and show you spiritual intelligence. Hallelujah. He said, I, the Lord, will answer you and show you spiritual intelligence. That is what the word is talking about. So when you call unto me, I will answer you and show you great and mighty things that you know it not. That is spiritual intelligence. You cannot get it anywhere. When you have spiritual intelligence, you have it all. When you have spiritual intelligence, you have it all. When you have spiritual intelligence, you will understand. When you have spiritual intelligence, you will know the secret. You will know the right. You know you are right. When you have spiritual intelligence, he said you will know you are right. He said you will know you are right. Then you will know what to say at any time. Then you will know when to attack and when not to attack. He said, when you have spiritual intelligence, it is only when you are spiritually intelligent. It is only when you are spiritually intelligent, you will not fight empty battles. He said, you will not fight empty battles. You will be targeting the enemy at the right time. He said, you will fight at the right time. You will fight. You will fight. You will aim at the target and not missing target. Without spiritual intelligence, many are chasing shadows. Many are fighting empty battles. Many are fighting the battle they don't know. He said it is only spiritual intelligence that will give you the strategies how to locate, how to overcome and how to be a winner. For the battle you are not seeing, for the battle you are not seeing, for the battle you are not seeing. For I tell you, I told you in my word that you wrestle not against flesh or blood, but you are wrestling with unseen forces. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12 tells us, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. I said, how will you overcome without spiritual intelligence? How will you without spiritual intelligence? How will you without spiritual intelligence? How will you know how to fight, how to win, how to overcome without spiritual intelligence? Spiritual intelligence is what you need now. Spiritual intelligence is what you need now. Study, open your eyes, ask, and I will show you. When you ask, you receive what you ask. Ask for spiritual intelligence. Ask, and it shall be given unto you. Ask for spiritual intelligence. As a warrior, you need spiritual intelligence. Why? To overcome. Why? To win and to become victorious. To conquer. To know when to attack and know when not to attack. To be vigilant and know the strategies. All these are embedded when you have spiritual intelligence. Spiritual intelligence is what you need now. Spiritual intelligence. God bless you. Amen.